Jesus answered, "Do you know that in the beginning the Creator made a man and a woman? That is why a man leaves his father and mother and gets with his wife. Then they are no longer two people but one. And no one should separate a couple that God has joined together." So, when I talk to people about relationships, I like to go to the Bible because there's no word greater than that word when it's talking upon relationships. And when you have to approach a mother in relationships, you got to get biblical on women because they get offended. But it's not me talking. This is the Bible talking. And then also, a lot of, when I do stuff, I research it and I see, well, what does science also have to say about this? So this is biblical, and this is also science going into my work. So, what is a relationship? Anybody have any ideas what a relationship is? No? Okay, so I'll just give it to you. The way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. What's a good functioning relationship? This is when there is a strong communication, understanding, and set and respected boundaries, or basically being on the same page. What is an unhealthy relationship? And at any age or anything, everybody can experience unhealthy relationships. It is when one or more of the individuals in a relationship are being treated, disrespected, controlled, manipulated, or suffering from any abusive behavior, emotionally, verbally, or physically. Actions speak volumes. And because a lot of people experience this on a daily basis, they think it's normal to be in these type of relationships. But it's not, and it's never okay to be treated with nothing but respect. So I'm going to concentrate on the mother, son, and significant, because the mothers are bringing up these children. And what you instill in your children, when you talk, you're going to come to a time when it's time to have children and have, boys and girls, whatever. And then there's time for you to teach your children. It's the most important because it's directly and indirectly impactful, and it definitely sets a ripple effect into generations of how a mother raises their son and how that son reacts to women, and then how he teaches his son to act with females. So it usually involves minorities, not just black women, but it's found in Hispanic culture too, that the women usually have a negative impact on the ways men interact with their significant other and children. The mother usually has a void from her past men or father, the men in her life that were supposed to play a significant role. And then they make their son live up to what the voluntary man didn't or could not or would not do. They usually make the son feel guilty about being a husband or father and leaving her alone and not being responsible for their mother. A lot of times the mother might keep the ex-female around when the son has moved on. They encourage the son to engage with females that are not long-term and aren't good for him. Like the female, they might know that the female is up to no good all the time, but they encourage that because they always want the son to come back to mother. The mother with the good female or the good woman that the son feels is good for her, she will always badmouth him and find something wrong with this woman who has good qualities and potential. Guilt the son into putting the mother before the family and his children. That's what the mother usually does. Always trying to give the son advice on his life and relationship. But the best thing for that child, either girl or boy, is to work things out on your own with the other party. If you're ever in a dispute, the best thing to do is be an adult and work things out, talk things out with the other party. Also, the mother usually has a tendency to allow the exes to linger around her, stay in contact. And a good thing for the mothers to do when you all become mothers, make a clean break with your exes exes. And a good thing to always say is be bold and supportive of your son and say, well, with all due respect, my son is in this relationship with you, and it's not fair to my son that I'm still in a relationship with you. He's moved on, so now I have to move on, because that's supporting your son, helping him to have closure with that relationship. And you got to think about that it's extremely uncomfortable for the new person he's with, and extremely uncomfortable for him. And then if you leave that open, that makes it convenient if he wants to stray from his wife or the new person he's with. Respecting your son's choices is respecting him. When you cause your son or daughter to withdraw from their significant other, they don't learn responsibilities. They don't learn how to be a man, a provider, protector, make good decisions and choices. They never learn the true role of being a man in a family. A man has many roles in a family, and if they can keep running from them, they'll never learn. They have to stand up and face being a man. And the effects of it are, children mimic what they see their father or male models do. So if my son sees his father never around, never participating, never being there, when it comes time for him to be the father, he's going to run. He's not going to do what he's supposed to do. And with the women, the effect is the women do the same thing to their son because it's a pattern. So that man ran off and didn't take care of his son. So when her son was up of age, she's going to be doing the same thing, making her son play the male significant in her life. Oh, you got to help me with the bills. You got to do this. You got to do that. But you should teach your son to stand on his own. And science says this: mothers create this. That the mother is the only woman they need in their life. A lot of women do not understand the mother's true role. This is to raise them up